You know it's weird. You know it's weird. The fact that people tend to they always tend to dislike videos based on the fact of your appearance. And it makes no sense whatsoever because what you put so much you put so much definitive specification on what you want in or what will you say in the video you make, and people have this tendency to judge you regardless of the specification and regardless of the explanations you give. They don't care about anything other than your appearance, as if your appearance is what makes up everything else other than what the opinions I have and what the ideals I have and what my ideas and my emotions, my feelings, anything else other than that. If it doesn't encompass what they perceive and what they expect from me, they don't care. People tend to dislike. People tend to judge. They tend to prejudge people based off of baseless conjecture, and people just find that more useful as a tactic in a way to make you feel discouraged for what you do. And it makes no sense. And I always say it because it doesn't make sense anymore. I try to elaborate on that specifically. It just doesn't make any sense anymore. It really doesn't. And I keep saying it because it really doesn't. People have this repetitive they have this repetitive I'm just trying to think of what I can say because I get zoned out whenever I just hit the record button. Like when I'm not recording, or if I'm not looking at a phone. It is weird to look at a phone and talk to it and like talk to myself. But other than that, people just judge you off of any little thing you can. And people, as of lately, the videos I make right here. You see the videos I make right here? I'm just in my room making videos because I want to get stuff off my mind. I want to get stuff off my mind. Like, really? Don't make any sense. I used to make videos like this in the past, but I said forget it because I want to focus on other things that seem more persistent. I just felt like that was much better. But some people just have this tendency to judge you off of the most littlest things and belittle you and the information you want to give, the things you want to say, the things that can help society it can help people. It can help people. Don't judge me off my appearance, but I know I'm not gonna convince anyone otherwise because some people are just gonna focus on what they want. They're gonna focus on what they want. They're gonna focus on the most simplest of things that don't even that's not even relevant to the video, whatever it may be. They're just the contrast of that. People can judge this and dislike it, whatever, regardless of what I'm talking about in the video. I'm not perfect, and if you expect me to have some kind of exception or follow your expectation or exceptions, I'm not going to abide by it. I'm not. Some people probably saying like, "What are you talking about? What are you making a big deal of? What are you making a big deal out of?" I'm not making a big deal out of anything. The only thing I'm trying to make sense of is why people even have these tendencies to just prejudge you on the dumbest things that doesn't make any sense. I'm learning how to not take things so personally. It's like, oh wow, people may think that, oh wow, you see me looking around. I only did it because I want to get. I'm trying to think of what I want to say because like I said, is a different thing to talk to yourself without looking at a camera at yourself, because you don't usually look at yourself, but it just feels strange. But I'm trying to get used to the process. I mean, like I said, I used to do it years ago, but now I'm just trying to get more into it. It is so much that goes into it. It's so much things that you want to say, but some people just don't listen to you. And that's why I made the last video I made where I'll talk about I understand why people become misanthropic, because they only have themselves to talk to. They don't have no one else to talk to. Because whenever they try to talk to other people, it just doesn't. It's not persistent. It doesn't enhance them. They don't want to interact with anyone. The only thing they can interact with is themselves, or few people. Only a few people that will make sense of what they say and what they're talking about. Other than that, no one else really wants to interpret or go any deeper than that. People think this is ridiculous whenever it comes to you expressing what you want to express and what you have on your mind when it comes to real life events that you're experiencing, what you are currently going through. People don't want to listen to that. People only want to adhere to what they think is beneficial for them. They don't care about what you have going on. They don't care about the specification you put on what you want them to beseech to. They don't care about any of that. They only care about whatever they want to hear, whatever they expect you to do, as if they run your show, as if they know what you're supposed to do. No, this is what I do. People probably laugh and make so much, just make irrelevant statements, understatements that don't even add up to what you are talking about. It's like people don't even take you seriously anymore. They just judge you based off of memes and the carelessness, and people so calloused. It don't make any sense. And I keep saying, like I said before, because as repetitive as things are now, I have the right to say that. There's no coherence in anything anymore. It is not. I wish I could make sense of it, but I can't. It don't make any sense. Because most of the videos I have, like, unlisted. I don't know. Those are different type of videos when I made like 2-3 years ago. But I focus on what I'm making now, and other videos that mean a lot to me. Excuse me. I try to be respectful as I can. I try to be persistent. I try to be as consistent with what I'm talking about. I don't want to get off key, and if people misinterpret as if I'm not really being consistent on the basis of what I'm talking about, you don't really understand my conditions and what I go through. Because I don't even want to even put it out there, because some people will misunderstand that and misinterpret those elements in itself. People will judge that. People judge the most smallest of things, the most minuscule things that makes no sense to even put so much emphasis on, to judge, to prejudge someone over things they cannot help. And they're trying to make things maintainable for themselves, to help themselves, to find sustainable outlets, mechanisms. But some people don't get that. The only thing they get is to prejudge you on the most stupidest things, based on so many things that you probably are insecure about, because some people only focus on that. They don't focus on the contrast of your abilities. They don't focus on any of that. They don't focus on the ideology and ideals that can help uplift people and enlighten them. They don't care about any of that. Apparently, the only thing they have in mind is to scold you. The only thing they have in mind is to make you feel useless for many things that you elaborate on that make sense, but they don't want to make sense of it, or they probably do understand what it means by what you're saying, but they just don't care. Some people just careless. That's why some people are narcissistic. That's why some people are sociopaths. That's why some people are nihilists, because they don't care about nothing but themselves. They don't care about nothing but themselves. And if they understood, they would not be so callous to judge you and just it makes no sense. That's all. you know, you know, what can you do? What can you do? It's not even about appeasing anyone, because when you get to the point trying to appease people, you lose yourself in the process. You lose every ounce of yourself trying to appease the masses, appease them as if you owe them something. No, you don't owe no one nothing. Only thing you owe is um yourself. What the enterprise will be in the end, your endeavors. You want to achieve those, no matter how complicated they are, no matter how impossible they may seem. You want to achieve those. You want to attain that. You want to acquire more cultivating abilities to reach more endeavors and reach new heights, regardless of anyone who wants to perceive your message and judge you over baseless conjecture, or people who find you elaborate on things specific in what you say, and they judge you based off of that alone. They're ignorant. They're really ignorant, and don't focus on them. Don't focus on them, regardless of anyone's religious positions they have personally instilled for themselves personally. People who believe in what I believe, just know that God's with you. Just know that. Just know that. Okay. Just know that. That's all I want to say. That's all.